everybody? Con Maestro here. Welcome to the Con's Court. Today we have Venom: The Last Dance trailer from Marvel Entertainment. This was about a day ago. It is number 6 on trending, and it has 6,360,976 views. So this is one of the big things that is going on right now, going around on the internet. Super excited to see this trailer. I believe I saw the first trailer or the sneak peek, and there were so many cool things that I saw in there that have piqued my interest. Venom getting a hold of that horse, turning it into a Venom horse, and seeing the different Clintar race creatures and stuff, and the different little fight scenes and stuff, like on the airplane. And this movie seems like it's going to be really cool. And it seems like it's going down the road of King in Black. It looks like it's going toward the King in Black storyline, except it seems to be revolved around more of like an alien invasion type thing, kind of like the Xenomorphs from Alien, more than it is Null. You know what I mean? I would love if Null was in this. I would be super excited. He's one of my most favorite villains, next to characters like Thanos and Doctor Doom and Galactus and Dormammu and Mephisto, Green Goblin, stuff like that. He's one of my favorite. I absolutely love Null. I think Null is an amazing character, an amazing villain. And those King in Black comic books are just absolute peak comics. Absolutely perfect. I love those comics. There's a lot of stuff that's plot holy and doesn't exactly make as much sense in that comic book series. And I will give you that on a couple things, especially like Century dying, the way he did against Null. But I will say, they were a lot of fun, and I enjoyed reading them, and I enjoyed the series. It would be dope if they had this in here, but I doubt it, just because Null is like an Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men level threat. It takes a whole team of people to beat Null. So unless they completely depower Null and completely nerf him, I don't see him being in here. So it'll be kind of like a double-edged sword of a good thing and a bad thing. If he's in this, he's probably going to be nerfed heavily. Otherwise, I don't know how Venom is going to beat him, because we've not seen Venom do anything remotely close to what he'll need to do to beat Null. And as for if he's not in this movie, I understand why. It would be like putting Doctor Doom in a Spider-Man movie and having him as the main villain and somehow get beat. It would take so many heroes to beat Doctor Doom. You know what I mean? It would be almost ridiculous to put it in a singular hero's movie and have that singular hero beat him, unless it was a hero like, I don't even know. You know what I mean? It would have to be like a crazy powerful hero. It would have to be like a wild hero. Let's go ahead and get right into this. Ooh. Those Clintar, those other symbiotes will look dope. They look gnarly.
View of the Grand Canyon.
They're not as smooth as like Venom, you know what I mean? I guess that's because they have a host, maybe? Because they have a human host that they're like that, and they're not like that. Or maybe they do have a host and it's like another alien, you know what I mean?
No, I can absolutely guarantee you.
He became a parachute.
Has found us. Who sent that thing?
My creator.
Of course.
No way. You're shitting me. They are really doing it. I was just saying that, as because it connects to the... You're fucking lying. You're lying right now.
What's his name, then? No.
We have something he needs.
They're going to heavily nerf him. They have to, but I'm so excited.
Everything will end.
What are we doing?
We need a disguise.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
Ooh. Jesus
Why
Christ.
do you keep knocking people out?
Why
What
do you
is
keep
wrong with
knocking-
you?
I'm sorry.
I cannot believe they put Null in this.
Long way. You and me.
Oh my god. That's insane.
This world can't survive.
They're going to have to heavily nerf him or heavily buff Venom in this movie. Venom's going to have to get buffed to hell to beat Null. Dope. That is so cool.
You're bad people.
There we are.
I still can't believe Null's in this.
There comes a time in every man's life.
That is the perfect villain for the conclusion of Venom's story, though, I will say.
Sacrifice.
Eddie, I'm with you to the end.
I just wish it was like an Avengers level threat type thing, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh.
Well, this is all the money that we have.
What is this feeling? It's like,
This feeling?
it's like all of my problems have gone away.
You broke my foot.
Eddie, I need more money.
I need more money. That's his villain origin story right there. He needs more money, so he starts robbing banks. No, October 25th, exclusively in movie theaters. I might have to go see this. This is the first, well, that's a lie. But I was going to say, this is like one of the first, absolutely insane, outer cosmic level villains ever being put into movies. You know, and when I mean outer cosmic, I'm talking about stuff like Galactus. And that's why I said it's not technically true, because Galactus did show up in the old Fantastic Four movies, even though he was a big cloud monster and it kind of sucked. But Null was at the beginning of time. He was before the beginning of time, before the beginning of the universe. He lived in the void. That was his domain. And then life came about, and the Celestials brought that life and brought that light. And Null saw it as an affront to everything that he had, and saw it as basically a disgraceful thing to have within his realm. How dare you even begin to add that to my universe? He basically owned everything was darkness. It was all his. He owned the domain. And then they came about. And Null was so powerful. I mean, he was straight slaying and smiting down these Celestials, cutting off their heads, stuff like that. I believe actually he forged his sword. The Necro Sword is another name for it. The Necro Sword is what I believe Gore the God Butcher is mainly known to call it. It is the sword in which Gore the God Butcher took from, I do believe, Null himself, after Null had been defeated by a couple different gods at one point. All black, an immensely powerful blade, an immensely powerful weapon, up there with the likes of things such as Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, and I mean just any of those weapons up there. I would even argue it's up there in the class tier of the Infinity Gauntlet. It is a wild blade which holds the very first symbiote ever in existence. That's actually, it's so cool. If you don't know who Null is, I'll give you a little bit of insight on the original birth of symbiotes. Basically, when Null was fighting these Celestials, he needed a weapon in which he could use to fully fight them and to cut off their heads and to stab and to attack them. And he ended up building this blade, the all-black sword, the all-black blade, the Necro Sword. The Necro Sword is quite literally a living symbiote, and he forged it with fire and banging it with a hammer inside, I believe, the head of a Celestial. So he's taking Celestial power, bashing all that flame of Celestial power and energy into this sword, and all the hatred and darkness that he has. And funny enough, the reason why symbiotes have a weakness to sound and fire in the comics is due to the fact of Null forging the symbiotes with the loud banging of that hammer on the sword and the flames that he used to forge it. And with that being the very first symbiote, and him using that sword to basically create other symbiotes, and they continue to multiply and take hosts, every symbiote from that point on has a weakness to sound and to fire, which is a really, really cool origin for their weakness. Which is why I say that the King in Black storyline and the different little branches that it arches off into comics is one of the best ones, because it gives you origins for stuff symbiote wise that we did not have before, which explains a whole lot, and it's very interesting. If you don't know a whole lot about Null, I would definitely look him up, check into who this character is. He's not the most well-known character. He definitely will become way more well-known after this movie, which I'm super excited about. He is worth knowing about. He is above Thanos level threat. You know what I mean? Thanos is only that high of a threat when he's got the Infinity Gauntlet. Null is more powerful than Thanos without the Infinity Gauntlet. You know what I mean? Like, if you took Thanos and maybe gave him 2-3 Infinity Stones, you put him up against Null, they should be about the same amount on the same power level, if not Null, maybe still a little bit higher. I mean, he's up there. He's up there with characters like Galactus and stuff. I mean, I don't know if he's as powerful, but he's definitely up there. He's definitely age-wise up there. He's an ancient being. Even older than the Celestials, I believe. So he's overly powerful. Super, super excited about this. I am absolutely hyped. The only thing I'm not hyped about is the fact that 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to nerf Null more so than they're going to give Venom a buff. You know what I mean? I highly doubt they're going to give Venom a buff, but you never know. We shall see. And we shall see how close to the King in Black storyline that they go with. Will they make Venom the god of light? Will that happen? Will he get some overly powerful weapon, or will he steal the Necro Sword, all black, from Null and use it against him to kill him and become the King in Black, the new ruler of the symbiotes? We will have to see. But I am super excited for this, and I cannot wait. I might have to see this in theaters. This is a really, really big moment in Marvel, whether people know it or not. If you all enjoyed my reaction to this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all thought. And as always, guys, I will catch you on the next video. Peace.